A warm welcome back to the Western Wilds on Farming Simulator 22 for episode 10 with me, Mr. Searly P. Following on from the last episode, I'm back over here at the train yard. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. We've got a full load. The money has gone up again. It's gone up because all the the biomethane I leased a tanker. Took that, sold that, got a good price for biomethane, and I moved the digestate that we had from doing the potatoes. That's being processed as fertilizer as we speak. Actually, that should be probably almost done. I took a couple of planks up to the north sawmill. That's back up to 95%. Where are we? Here. What was it? Oh yeah, 10,000 to 1. Yeah, so that's processing now. I'm looking thinking those figures are weird. No, that's right. So we're up to 8,540 litres of solid fertiliser. We're processing just in the digestate, which is brilliant. Just warming myself by the fire. It's December, it's a bit nippy. Bear in mind, we're past lunchtime now, so yes, it's late in the day, but the second half of the month, technically. And what I am hoping to do is, one, get a good price for this. Oh, there's some monsters on these. That second half of our forest that I've been cutting, a lot of them are these big, the real thick trees, so I don't know. Fingers crossed. There we go, 65 grand. Happy days with that. I've decided what I'm going to do is probably, well, I'm going to show you on the way back actually how much we've cleared. I'm going to cut the grass now on our new plot. I'm going to do something a bit, I've looked at mowers and various different options. There are a few different mowing options I can do out to about 8 metres and that kind of thing. I think I'm going to get a self-propelled one. There's a John Deere. I'll say 2240. But as you can see, we've cleared a fair way back. I've still got some trees to go, and we've still got some fairly large ones out here as well. But if we cut through here on our property, you'll see how much I've cleared behind where we put the chicken coops. And also, that was a full load. I just carried on cutting trees down. I got a bit carried away. We're quite a few hours in. I've got 3 piles of lumber over here. And that one I need to move. I didn't realise I'd left that on the floor. Yeah, so we've got 3 piles, so I could do another load in here. I could take some up to the north sawmill. I can put a load in, do more wood chips. I'm looking at my wood chipping options next as well. I want to do something using the wood chips, so we might do that. You noticed as well the covers. I don't know if you noticed when I was doing the stuff in the last episode. I forgot to mention it. When it was snowing, the covers appeared on the open gardens. As soon as the snow stopped and we kind of went through a little bit further time, they disappeared. Although I've got 3 pallets, 2, 3, I've got a load more potatoes. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I might even cut the grass around here as well, because what I've been doing is putting things on it and not really utilising what's here. Although to be fair, a lot of it's patchy because it was where it was forest, wasn't it? We've cut all the trees down. Again, I think I got all the tree stumps from over there. I'm not 100% certain. I might put in some fencing. I might put in some large bushes. I might put in some smaller trees around, the farm itself. But I don't really want to do that until I know where I want to place everything moving forward. So I'm going to whiz up to the store in the pickup. Oh, someone asked me actually. I've been having a lot of weird things happening. I don't know if anyone else had the same problem, right? The weight had an update, so you can adjust this. If I hop in here, let's open this menu, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's do that. If I go to... No, it's not showing. It's very strange. Okay, so what's been happening is sometimes I'll come into the game, whether I'm doing a mod review or I'm doing what I'm doing, and trailers that have covers, I don't get the option to open cover. So if I come out of the game and come back in, or save it and come out and come back in, the option's there. Now I found the same with this, because I extended the lights and someone messaged in the comments and said, oh, how do you extend the lights on the weight? And I thought, well, the option's there in the menu. So I clicked on it and the option had gone again. Unless I need to have the engine started to do it. No, got the option to rotate lights, but not. So yesterday, when I finished recording, I thought, oh, okay, I'll save the game, come out, come back in again, came back in, and the option was there. Now it's gone again. I'm not sure what's happening. Why I'm having this issue. I don't know if it's something to do with the last update the game had, or yeah. So it's covers on trailers. It's to do with that menu top left. Some of the options keep disappearing. But if I save it and come back in, they're there again. So yeah, I don't know. I'm baffled. What I might do is save it. If I remember later on, if I save and come out and come back in for any reason, I'll check it again and see if the option's there and show you later on. So I'm going to grab the pickup. We're going to whiz up. I'm going to grab the John Deere I'm going to use. Now the John Deere self-propelled mower windrower. I am going to lease a windrower, a bigger one. I haven't decided how I'm going to collect the grass yet, whether I'm going to do it with, because last time we leased, I know the tractor, didn't we? And we leased that pickup, what's it called now? Mine's gone blank. I am still putting all of the stuff in the description for the, I'll put it in a list now as well to make it easier. The Lizard Forage pickup, yeah, by Fluffy Mods. So I might use that again, or I might lease a loading wagon. I'm not too sure really what to do. But the John Deere mower, self-propelled mower, I think comes in at 14 grand and then another 4 grand for the header, so about 18, less than 20 grand. Some of the other mowing setups I looked at were quite a bit more expensive than that, so it's fairly narrow. Like I said, I'm sure it's a 4.5 metre. Shit, it does. I love the lighting on it. Do I regret this as a purchase? No, not in the slightest. Very happy. Although I just realised I'm going to have to take the pickup back, aren't I? Because I'm not leasing this self-propelled mower. Will I get larger mowers further down the line? Potentially, if we get a larger tractor at some point. As it stands at the moment, I'm not getting a larger tractor until we make a load more money. It's going to be one of those things, once we get the biogas really honking through stuff and we've got a load of methane, we're going to do a big sell and we'll have a load of money sat there. Then I can invest in the new sawmill. Then we'll look at, again, like I said, barrels, cardboard, paper, whole load. I want to try out some different processes I haven't really done before. If we go to, it should be under here, shouldn't it? There we go. Yeah, 14,500. I'll have a fiddle around with some different bits on here. And I'll get the front mower. I'll see you in a minute, and we'll get back over there and we'll get it going. I'm here. I have it. Yeah, it came in under 20 grand. I think it was 3,400 for the header. Let's start it up. Let's drop it down. Do I have access to stand? I'm sure I do. What bit of land do I have access to? Okay, okay. That's odd. Well, what we'll do, we'll head in a straight line down here, and I'll plug away. Let's chug away on this. Now, also, I can't hire a worker because it's not a set field. So the first time I do this, obviously, I'm going to collect the grass and do what I did in the last one. I'll then plough the whole lot out. I'll reseed it, whether I reseed it as grass or whether I put a crop in. Like I did the other one, am I going to go half and half? I don't know. And what I'm considering doing is looking at this as once the wheat harvest is done on the other field over there, the other plot, what I might do is grass that other half, so all of that is all grass, then have all this as crop, or split this into two, I don't know. I think I can go a bit further over that way. Yeah, I'm not going straight at all, am I? And then when I get to the end I'll be fine, and obviously the other side I own, so it's just going to be the top and this end that's going to be a bit of an issue, and I need to, yeah, I'll just go around and I'll just plod up and down quite happily, and once I've done all this I'll then go and do around the farm area. Then I'll get I think I'll get a larger windrower. I mean, I can just collect it as it is. If I just lease a larger windrower, I can whiz round, windrow up, and then get some bigger swaths, windrows, and then we can go from there. We'll collect it all up. This is going to go into the grass dryer. I'm hoping to get it all done before it gets dark. I'm not sure that's going to be the case. So what we might have to do, I'm just really concerned if I don't get it done and I don't get it picked up and I don't get it into the grass dryer, if it snows, overnight into January, we could be in trouble. So I think, yeah, from that respect, we might have a problem. But we're still looking all right for finances at the moment. I'm not sure how. Again, this will probably, if it goes into the grass dry, I think it's going to dry a lot quicker than if we put it into a silage clamp. So we should, if I can get it in there quickly, we should do all right with yeah, farm dogs panicking that we're not going to get it done. I've got the map open bottom left because I want to make sure when I get to the top end and stuff I'm alright. Yeah, it'll probably process a lot quicker. So potentially if I can get it in tonight, I say tonight, this month, by January we might have some that we can transport over to the biogas plant, we can get that process rolling, and then, like I say, we can hopefully get a bit of money. I need a big chunk of money because I want to do some more sawmill stuff, but I can't do that until I get enough money coming in. I've got enough at the moment. What's it, 110 grand I think for the sawmill I want to get. But potentially, if I want to expand and I want to put sell points and different things in on different parts of the map, that means I've got to buy those plots of land to put them on. So on top of buying whichever production chain or process it is, I've got to come up with another 80 grand for the plot. So that's yeah, not necessarily going to help me very much. I don't know, we'll just got to see how it works out. But yeah, and the good thing is once I have processed the grass and we've got the field good to go, next time I do grass, especially, I mean, I know you can do it with tractors and mowers, of course you can. I can just set this off and it can just chug away in the background when I'm doing other stuff. Inexpensive, gets the job done, all is good. So I am going to see you probably in the dark, I would imagine. I want to try and get the largest windrower I can, get some big old windrows, and as long as it's not overly expensive. I mean, I said it doesn't matter if it's overly expensive because the money I'll make from the biomethane, I'm getting money every hour from the electricity the biogas is producing. Only a small amount because obviously I'm not being paid for what I put in silage wise now. The reason behind that being I own it now, so whilst the first time I did I made a nice bit of money, that's not the case now, but I'm making money on biomethane. So one run of biomethane will cover the cost probably of a loading wagon, so, or forage wagon. I keep saying loading wagon, it is, I mean, what used to be called a loading wagon, but a forage wagon. So yeah, that's where we're at. What was it, a John Deere 22? I think, so I thought it was a 2240, no, 2280, it's 2280. See you later. It's 5 to 4. Mowing is done, and I've done all around everything I could. I mean, pretty much everything I could. I have leased the Krona Swadro 2000. This is a, I want to say 18 metre windrower. Only requires 145 horsepower, so we've got the horsepower for it, and it cost me 3.5 grand. So we've gone down from 172 down to 168 grand, but it's going to be well worth it. Yes, we have got in here our windrower, which is the small one we got to kind of get us going when we started off, because I was going to buy one, but leasing this is going to save us so much time. I also have a bit of a dilemma, and the dilemma is that while I was, I don't recall from when I did the my first scout of the area, let's just put it that way, and there are gold nuggets available on the field that we just bought, that I've just mowed and I'm now windrowing, or I did a windrow on my way down. But top corner, let's have a look on the map. Top corner here, there's a gold nugget on the floor. As I was mowing, I thought it was a stump, part of a tree stump, and my mind was just like, oh yeah, tree stump, because I've been doing logging, it's just tree stump. And I thought, has there been no trees? There was one tree here that I got rid of, but I haven't got any trees down, so it's not a tree stump. So as I just came down and windrowed it, and it pulled the grass away from where it is, there's a gold nugget. So what I'm considering, and this is my dilemma, what do I do? Do I grab the nugget and you put that towards buying a plot of land that will have, what's the word I was going to use? Production chains on it. Like I said about getting a sawmill, do I put it towards doing something like that? I think, well, they're 50 grand. I can't remember what it was now, 50 grand I think they are. Do I put it towards that, or what do I do? It's a real dilemma. This is all bonus grass. I don't know why I didn't think of doing this before. Probably because I had so many trees still on the plot. I thought there's no point me cutting between the trees. When I did my first, when I did the first plot we bought. But oh, I was just thinking cutting trees. I haven't mentioned how many trees we're up to. Where are we? $163 trees. I'm sure the last time I saw you, we were at 79. Were we at 79? Something like that? Or the last time I mentioned it, or the last time I saw you. So we cut to 163 now. But when you think, before, like the US Forest Service came through, you remember when they did the thinning? Before they did that, we were well above that already anyway. So it's interesting that since then, and I've almost cut down everything I've got on this plot, that we're that many trees in. So yeah, I'm going to definitely going to lease a loading wagon, I think, this time. And we'll use the John Deere, and we'll get everything off of the field, the plot that we bought. We'll get everything off of here. It's all going to go into the grass dryer. I wanted to do this bit now while we still had light. I'm almost convinced we're going to be doing... No, that just turn off. I'm almost convinced we are going to be collecting with the forage wagon in the dark. Pretty sure we're going to be. But that's part and parcel. There's nothing we can do about that. Like I say, I want to get it done. I want to get it done as best I can. Now, I've just also realised that some of these gaps I might not get through because I've got log poles in the way. Okay, I might have to just do the best I can. Would have been easier if I'd have actually just let's go through, open it back out again, turn it back on again. Yeah, if I'd have moved the logs, I mean, that would have made more sense, wouldn't it? There'll be a couple of little untidy bits I'll have to tidy up. It's not the end of the world. If I swing that round into there, hopefully we can get most of that. Maybe not. Swing it that way. That'll do. It's not pretty, it's not conventional, but we're getting it done. Yeah, and then all this will be all cleared up later on. I mean, I went literally right the way up the back, across the road. We'll take always up there now. Drop that down. So we should have plenty of grass going into the dryer, which we will dry off as silage, which will then go to the biogas plant, which will then give us a knock-on effect of digestate and an absolute load of silage, which will then, that will give us biomethane. So it's all well worth it. If I sweep up this way, go across that way, and then back around, it's not going to take us too long using this, and then we'll get forage wagoning. I'm curious to see how much grass we get off of this plot, because like I say, it's woodland ground. There's a lot of patchiness, as you can kind of see in the lights behind the tractor. It's not perfect, but it's grass. I might as well get every scrap I can. It'll make me money in the long run. So we come all up here, we'll see. I used every bit of the plot I could. So we came across the road. I've done everything I can. yeah, all good. I've got a load more work to do. I did say earlier, next time I see it will probably be dark. It's getting there, and the sun is dipping. We're in December. The sun's not getting very high in the sky anyway. So I would imagine, yeah, we're going to be loading forage wagoning in the dark. I'll only do a tiny clip of that just to show that I'm doing it, you know. I'm not quite sure what forage wagon we're going to use yet. It depends on the horsepower I've got. We'll just see. So I put seed in the ground here, completely forgot. That's going to have to be into January now. We put seed in the ground there. And then once we've got the grass off our new plot, I can plough that out. And yeah, so the process will roll forward. I want to be doing farming as well as the production change, whatever production change I end up doing. So it's going to be a kind of combination of everything, hopefully, utilising what I've got at hand. I have leased the class Cargos 9500. Yeah, it's 44,000 litres, requires 220 horsepower, and I've got 228 with the John Deere, so we should be fine. And yes, I did get the gold nugget. That was purely for health and safety reasons. I was worried someone would trip over it and hurt themselves or something, so I thought it's best. I could have just picked up and thrown it to the side of the field, but it's still there, could cause an injury, so I thought, you know, we'd better off just move it and keep it. So we've got the gold nugget. That's going to go towards land, like I said. This holds 44,000 litres. I'm clearing here at the main farm first because I'm curious to see, based on what I've collected so far and how much we've got. The pickup on this is pretty amazing. It's about quite wide. We could be 100,000 litres, maybe 100,000 litres from around the yard, which, why not? You know, it's here. We might as well grab it. What I'm going to do is tip this first load in, and I'm going to set it off working, so I can then carry on as it starts to get dark, and you haven't got to worry about whether you can see it or not. That will go in. I will now go over to our productions. Oh, solid fertilizer is done. We've got 9,523 litres in there. We are now on storage. It's going in, and it's a 1-to-1. I'm going to be doing silage. So let's click that on, get that processing. There we go. We've got 1 litre of silage. So unlike the fermenter or the silage clamps, which need to ferment and can take, did it take 2 months last time? We should have, by the morning, by January, we should have a load of silage we can already take. Also, I completely forgot we've got the 4th greenhouse as well. So we're going to have loads of potatoes to go as well, and then there'll be the planks. And so as we're adding to our productions each time, we're adding revenue streams. We're adding things on that are going to make us money, which all in the long run is going to help us. Rather than leasing equipment like I'm doing now, we'll get to a point we'll be able to buy more equipment. I want to get to a point I can buy a more expensive or larger horse, not necessarily more expensive, but a larger horsepower tractor. And then that in turn will allow us to get larger machinery, equipment, planters. I think I'm going to use the Kirkling again. And that's for seeding. I was going to put sugar beet in there. What's the other one? I don't know, we'll have a look. There's a few different options. So I'm going to carry on. When I see you in the morning, because it's a 1-to-1 ratio, it will either have completely, to say in the morning, yeah, in the morning, January, it will either have completely transformed everything into silage, or whatever's left plus the silage will give me the, well, yeah, it'll tell us the total anyway. I think off that other plot we got, was it 200? No, it was 362 or 359. Anyway, it was 259, 260,000 litres over the biogas plant plus 100,000 litres here, so 360. So we should be looking at hopefully 360,000 litres plus maybe 100,000 off here, so 460,000 litres of silage that can all go to the biogas plant, which will all produce electricity and biomethane. Quids in. I can roll that process along with my logs, along with my planks, along with, you know, anything else I'm doing. And I'm thinking maybe tomorrow we might look at oil, because we're still going to have a load more sunflower oil. I think we've got 5,000 litres at the moment. We'll have a load more. Yeah. So potentially we could look at making some oil. I don't know. It is almost that point now, isn't it? That point on console we've been hoping for and we were waiting for so long. With all the stuff that would appear on PC, and I would watch and think, oh, I wish we had that, and that would be cool if we had that on console. To the point now there are so many different options, it's almost like you're sport for choice, that kind of, oh, what do I use? What do I use next? What route do I go down? What things do I do, you know? So, yeah, it's good, it's a good thing, it's a good problem to have. It's nearly 9 o'clock in the morning. Not because I got up late. I've been busy getting the jobs done that I've been showing you. So potatoes have been delivered to the biogas plant. I haven't set that off chugging yet. I grabbed all the pallets. I only had 9 pallets today, not 10. I've just delivered those, so the money's up to 236,000. As for last night's endeavours, what did we end up with? Well, we got about 508,000 litres. Where are we here? 476,000 plus the 32. Yeah, it's about 508. Now the plot here, I said about 100,000 litres. We got 100. What did we end up with? 136,000 litres or something off of here. We did really well, and we got more off of that plot, the other plot there. As you can see, it's been ploughed. I told you I've been busy. I was up late last night getting that done. Yeah, we got so much more done, and we got way more than I thought we were going to. But it doesn't stop there, because what I'm going to have built now, we're going to install. And I said I didn't have them available, and I didn't have them available. I think it's under silos. Let's have a quick check. I'm going to put these in. This is more Zodelzocht gear. So we want storage shed for. I've gone past the egg one. Should be one for eggs. There we go. It's going to cost me 10 grand, but it does mean that what we can do is I'm going to put it right next to the building here. Which will be absolutely perfect, right next to the chickens. Look. Where's those road signs? That's odd. No spawn. Did I do something wrong? Have I done something wrong? I don't think so. Once those are full, I can store my egg pallets in there rather than having them all out. So I can store them all up in there, then come and collect them later on. That was the first thing I wanted to get done. Next thing to tick off the list was machinery shed. That was next, and I'm going to put that in the gap about there. So I'm going to build that. These are we're having silent builders in today. ASMR shed building. That's what we're going with. Vehicle shelter. This has been supplied by a company called Blacksheep Modding. 12,500. Oh, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But that's great because that's what we need. Let's put it. Don't want to overlap anything. Should we put it at a jaunty angle to fit the gap? I think because everything seems to be. I'm one of those people that. I do everything very perpendicular, and whilst that all looks great, it's not particularly organic. So I think by doing it this way, I think I'm going to leave the dirt underneath as well, actually, because that fits. It kind of follows the angle of the track there, it kind of fits in the gap. It just keeps it all a bit more, you know, a bit more loosey-goosey, a bit. I'm feeling a bit more, you know. Let's just roll with it today. Anyway, on the way over, I want to thank the mechanic up at the main machinery store, Nico. Nico worked tirelessly on the Adranti and has managed to remove the PTO. So we haven't got to worry about the PTO anymore. That's been taken off completely, so that's all being run by hydraulics rather than PTO driven now. So that's all fantastic, very happy with that. Thank you, Nico, up at the machinery store. What a lovely fellow. So I haven't got to worry about that hanging down. Next up, so much has happened. I'm trying to remember all the things I need to tell. No, not that. That. There we go. Which means I can pull the trailer using the pickup now and it not look too horrendous. At least in my head, that's the theory. It looks very bare here now, doesn't it, with all the grass gone. I'm hoping that's going to grow back, otherwise we might have a problem here. There's no reason why it shouldn't. It might just take a bit longer. So yeah, PTO gone. Lovely. And then this, I spoke about this. If I open up the menu now, you remember what I said? Let's start it up. About the problems that I have been having. And you will see, once I turn this on now, if I go R1, no, L1, R1, look at the bottom option, light height, that wasn't there before, so for some reason sometimes I come into the game and some options are there, so now by doing that and that I can adjust my light height, but sometimes I come in and that option's not there. So like I said, I showed you earlier and it wasn't there, now it is, so you know, it's a weird old world, isn't it? So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get our seeding done. That's the next step. But I'm also going to take over the first bit of our silage. So what I want to do is move this out of the way. That means I can park the lorry. Let's just disconnect that. There's just so much more room now for bigger gear. Just park wherever I like now. I'm going to put this in one of these bays. Don't know why. Because I can. Although, actually, I've just realised something. I haven't left myself. Oh no, I've got room. I can bring logs and put them in here, can't I? Of course I can. If I bring them on a trailer, not a problem. I'll move all that over later on. So, I can't remember how much we had now. I literally just looked at it, didn't I? But it'd be quicker taking stuff backwards and forwards to the biogas plant than this. I'm going to have to invest in a tanker. I have been looking at, there's a senior, there's a TLX one available, larger capacities. Oh, and my grass field over there is ready to cut. So I could, now this isn't the fastest, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not, no, that's putting in, taking out this side. It's going to process constantly, it's going to be a constant chug. I don't want the grass, I want the silage. We've got 32,000 litres of silage so far. So yeah, it's a slow process. We didn't build it, we didn't start putting grass in until late last night. So we're going to get more over the course of a month than 32,000 litres. But it's going to be a constant cycle, which means I'm going to have a load on hand. What I am going to do though, I'm going to take the silage out of the silage clamp just there. We'll deliver that as well, because that will give me a big bulk hit in one go. I'm going to get this delivered, we'll get this processing, then I'm going to whiz up to the main store, we're going to get a planter, I'm going to get the sugar beet in the ground. I just think, well, I've got so much done, I'm so happy with how it's coming. I mean, basically the money I just made on the pallets, I've just spent on a new shed and a shed for the eggs, but that's the point. I'm making money to improve, you know, improve my lot in life. The ploughing has been done in this field. It has also been limed, and has it been fertilised? Yeah. That's good to plant in. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in that yet. I might stick a load of soybean in that, you know. Or do I want to do something with more straw? To give me more straw. I might do barley. Do a massive barley field. I know it won't pay me as much, but I'm thinking of just the straw element of it, having a load of straw on hand. Just might not be a bad idea. So we'll see how quickly this processes, and the potatoes. I might, for the time being, lease a tanker to deliver that, and then the money I get for that, I think we need to buy a plot as well for the new sawmill establishment to go on at some point. I'm not quite sure when. I want to get the seeding done anyway. I've been putting off that. I need to get those plots seeded or planted, or if I get a planter I can do it with that. I used the Kirkling last time. I think I'm going to use the John Deere 1113 this time. Use a planter so I can do my sugar beet, and I can do imagine I can't do barley with that, can I? Doesn't matter. Oh, I need to do a few thank yous other than Nico as well for the workshop who I've just mentioned. I haven't done these. I've been quite remiss in these, and I do apologise. Massive thank you, massive shout outs. I don't have Patreon, but these are my kind of regular. This is PayPal, so thank you for this, guys. Huge thank you to Mark, Robert, David, Sergio, James, John, Peter, another David, Jeffrey, Tony, Richard, Greg, Stephen, another David, and who else? There was a couple of others that I didn't want to forget. Oh yeah, Andrew. I think we're back around to this again. Tony, Jeffrey, yeah, Greg, Stephen, yeah. Jason as well. Thank you to all of you for your generosity and your support, continuing support of the channel. And also thank you to everyone who watches. Thank you for your continued support of the channel. It is very much appreciated. And this Let's Play, I'll be honest, is doing really well. I think, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's different about this one, but people seem to be really enjoying it. And I'm loving it. I'm having a great old time. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to do. Hang on, though. No, do that in the next episode. I've just had a thought. How we can increase our finances. Well, we had to get the John Deere mower because we needed mow money. You're welcome. So we need to go to our processes now, and we want to go back up to the biogas plant. It's easy to click on the actual option at the thing. I will need to do some more lumber there. We've got silage now. Let's click on that. We've got 35,000 litres of potato. Oh, did I already? Oh no, I haven't set it off. And there they go. That will honk through that in absolutely no time. Digestate I'll bring over. I'm going to need a tanker because I'm going to be doing this a lot. I've got the small tanker, which is absolutely fine, but I think it just makes more sense to have a larger tanker. I'm going to be dealing in larger capacities. I can go backwards and forwards, but the thing is, when I first started doing it, I didn't have the lorry, the semi. I've got that now. That again opens up more options for equipment and machinery, because I was starting out with a pickup. I had a pickup and a tractor. Initially I started off with just me, me and a chainsaw. So the fact we've got the lorry now, it does open up more options for larger trailers and things like bigger tankers. Am I going to get rid of the small tanker I've got? Might do. If we buy the big one, I'm not going to need the small methane tank. It did its job, and I did loads of runs backwards and forwards the last time I had some. If I've got a larger one, I don't need to worry. So, oh good. I'm going to grab the tractor. I'm going to whiz up to the store. It's going to be a bit of a John Deere fest, I think. The other thing is, since I got the larger tractor, because I haven't got multiple processes on the go at the moment, my Fiat, my lovely orange Fiat, is just sitting there at the moment. Once I get to a point I need to run multiple processes, if I can get workers into the area, like I said, build a cottage, or a couple of cottages for workers, that kind of thing, and we've got more vehicles running at a time, because I'm just sort of doing one process at a time. I still haven't got into the habit of using the AI workers to deliver stuff. Like I've just done that. I could have set a worker off. When I buy stuff at the machinery store, I could be doing something while someone brings back machinery for me. I'm still very FS19 head on, aren't I? I've got to get into the habit of using that stuff more effectively. I like a hands-on approach, but I need to. I think when I get to that point where I'm frazzled and I've got so many jobs to do and I haven't got enough hours in the day, then I'll do that. But I'm enjoying the process at the moment. So, right, let's go and grab a seeder, planter. I might have to do one of each actually. We'll start with the planting. Yeah, I've got a small tanker and that small windrower now. I'm not sure I'm going to need it. I feel bad, like I've let it down somehow. Ah, dear me. What am I like? Right. Also, I haven't really explored the backs for this yet. There's so many backs for this pickup. things I'll be able to use. Oh, hang on. That's a jolly good point, although I don't know if it does biogas. Let's have a look and see if there's a back for... There's a back for that. Still doesn't. Let's look at the wrong one. That's the right one, but it doesn't do... Oh, that's a pity. Mind you, we have got the feed wagon. Well, if and when we get cows, that's going to... I think this pickup is going to more than pay for itself, isn't it? Should I still get one of those anyway? For transporting the digestate, why wouldn't I? Maybe I will. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. Right. Oh, yes, I was going to answer another question while I'm going up to get the planter. And a couple of people mentioned and questioned the the sense of, or the insanity, or whatever you look at it, behind using that fertilizer production unit, because it's got a 10-to-1 ratio, 10,000 litres in for 1,000 out. And a few people asked me, why am I not just using the digestate as a fertilizer? Why take the digestate, get it reduced down 10-to-1, and then use solid fertilizer when you can just use the digestate as a fertilizer, and you can do a double application rate and put it all in one go? Well, I'm pretty sure, and I haven't done the figures on this, this is just me extrapolating, and I could be completely wrong, but in my head, this is how it works. When you use digestate as a fertilizer, especially double application rate, it honks through digestate. It always has done. Whatever spreader you're using, you get through loads of it. You need hundreds of thousands of litres of digestate when you're doing fertilising using digestate. Slurry's not as bad. I've always found digestate seems to be worse. I could be right again. Could be wrong. Could be the other way around. But digestate, most machines apply it at quite a fast rate. I think even with the 10-to-1 ratio of transforming it to fertiliser, once it's solid fertiliser, the application rate isn't as bad. And I think for the amount of digestate that I'm converting, I can cover more ground fertilising as a solid fertiliser than I could do as digestate. Now that is something that could be a test, and it would be quite an in-depth. It would require a fair bit of work. Well, so maybe that could be a test video: digestate versus solid fertiliser, and especially with an item like that, is it cost effective? At the end of the day, I've gone with it. A lot of things I'm doing, yeah, there are multiple ways of doing multiple jobs. There are all different bits of machinery I could be using, people would argue should be using. At the end of the day, I'm just picking stuff I want to use. I'm looking at things and thinking, you know what, I haven't used that before, that looks cool, let's give that a go. And you know, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it'll be perfect and it'll do exactly what I want it to. Sometimes when I look at it, I think actually probably not the best idea. And when I think of the cost of what it cost me to place that, bearing in mind we've got a slurry yard here, which also dawned on me, just over there, Missy B's slurry yard. I could be bringing digestate there to sell, and I could be buying solid fertiliser from my farm supplier, the Lort, and getting way more bang for my buck. Of course I could. But I suppose in my head, even I'm aware that that farm supply pack, whilst it is phenomenal, much like the CNS modding and Marie silos were, 5,000 litres for 1,000 is an incredible price. A lot of people stay away from it because they consider it to be cheating. You're not, you know, yes, I've always said you're going to go for the best price you can. If your seed supplier or fertiliser supplier suddenly decides they're going to do a massive discount for you, you're not going to say, oh no thank you, I'm going to carry on paying the regular price. Of course you're not. So yeah, I don't. There's all different ways of looking at it, and I've always said play the game the way you want to play it. You know, I've never said I'm playing it perfectly. I've never said I'm playing it properly. I'm just playing, just enjoying playing. I've left that on as well, no, so I need to turn that off, and then we go in and let's get our planter. I've just chatted all the way up here. I'm going to go for that one, not that one, that one right there. Standard, no, I'm going to leave it as it is. Extension, no, that's only if I'm going to double it up. Leasing it, 3,468, that's not a problem. And I need to put some seed in it, because we haven't got to a point yet where we're producing our own seed. That's going to be something I want to look at doing too. Like I said, I want to try and be self-sufficient-ish. Now, I need to put them into... So I had problems with this before. I'm trying to think. I don't want to put fertilizer in this. But I've got a funny feeling I'm going to end up doing it. Or maybe not. Nope. Although it takes 1,000 litres. That's something I don't own yet. I haven't got a front tank, have I? Should I invest in a front tank, people? What do we reckon? No, don't want to put fertilizer in. I'm good. I normally go for the... What is that I normally go for? It's under seeders, I can never remember. Not that one. I might not even have it. That's weird. I thought I did. Let's send the fertilizer spreaders. No. Oh! Okay, I need a front tank. I'm going to have to sort that out. Now there's me saying I can use this. I'm sure I can get through this gap. Yeah, sorted. Right, so let's switch that out to sugar beets. And what I want to do, what I decided I was going to do before the end of this episode, was at least get sugar beet in the ground, or at least start getting sugar beet in the ground. I need to keep an eye on as I drive back over. Let's have a look at our processing. Silage is done already. Potatoes are chugging, but not much left on those, and I've already got another 31,000 litres of methane on hand. I don't know what the price of it is. Actually, that's a good point, because I've got 3 places I can sell that now. We've added, a company has added one in. Yeah, look at that. Gas station. And this is on normal economy. Remember, I've set it back from easy to normal. The methane station, 4193. So if we look at the map, we will now see that we have got gold production is just here. That's that one. We have got the gas station all the way down here. And then we've got up here, next to sell everything, methane station. So I'll be honest, when I sold, you know what I said to you, was it earlier in the episode? When I said, oh, by the way, I started the episode, didn't I, with the logs, and said, oh, the money's gone up. The methane I had from last month's potatoes, I'd sold. I sold them down at the gas station. I didn't even look at the price. I should have taken them to that place. If the price is better there, I missed a trick there. Oh, I can't believe I did that. So then, question is, processes that come next. I said about doing oil because I'm still doing my sunflower. I'm seriously considering putting another greenhouse in and having 2 running sunflower, because that means I don't have to do I don't have to do a sunflower field. Aha! This may be a problem. When I say maybe, it is a problem. I'm going to have to go right to the end and come back in. Hang on. Bear with me. I've done 1 strip across to the bottom just so I don't end up in the river on the way back. Especially if I manage to hire a worker. If I can find someone locally to hire a worker. We are putting sugar beet in the ground. So this can be our sugar beet field. And then I probably will lease a seeder. I'm going to seed the other one. I'm going to put barley in that one, get that growing. That way I've got a kind of rolling amount of straw coming in. Or it's the straw swaths I want as well as anything else. For seed production and manure production I'm going to look at, because I can take manure to the biogas plant as well. Talking of biogas plant, Let's have another check, because we can't be far off the potatoes being done. 3,000 a bit left, nearly 40,000 litres of methane. We're going to do really well out of that. 40,000 litres. 40 times 4. Whoa, okay, yeah, that's going to be nice. Very nice indeed. Right, I definitely need to get more. That was with a load of 32,000 litres. Yes, there were potatoes in there as well, but I've got a load more to get over there. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to see you in a bit. I'm going to go and grab the tanker. I'm hopefully going to get a worker running on this. If I can get a worker running on this, then I will do the tanking, and I will end this episode hopefully with a nice bumper payout from the methane. And the next episode we're on to probably another land purchase. We're going to look at a new sawmill, probably, with the one that does planks and beams. And then there's productions that we can do further on from that. I'm still looking at wood chip options. I'm not sure that we've got that many actually. There are a few bits and bobs here and there, but nothing kind of major. Nothing that I thought, oh, that's that's going to make us a tidy sum of money. Not that everything has to make us a tidy sum of money, but it'd be nice, wouldn't it? We have our first worker. We've got a worker working on our field for us. We're going to have to start putting in some worker buildings, cottages or something. I'll put them at the back of the plot actually. Put some building. Every time we get a new worker, we'll put a new building in for a worker, I think. This is the there's a tanker senior. There's a tanker senior. This is a 50,000 litre tanker, open covers. I want to say it's Rowley Christie 1. Might not be, but all the mods I'm using, hopefully if I've remembered, they're in the description. So, biogas going in. We've got 42,000 litres, or just over, as you'll see. It's automatically put the logo on the back of the tanker, so you know what you're transporting. Once I've done that, I'm then going to put the digestate in, take that back to the farm, put that into our digestate reducer for more fertilizer. Yeah, more fertilizer. We'll keep on chugging, and hopefully we'll get to a point with the amount of stuff I'm hoping to put through the biogas plant. When we get manure coming through here, and sugar beet coming through, and sugar beet cut coming through, we're going to have so much stuff coming through the biogas plant, so much digestate, I'm never going to have to buy fertilizer again. But like I said, with the prices the Lord charges, it's not going to break the bank. 42,129. This is where things are going to get interesting. If I take them, it's just round the corner, luckily. So we've got to sell everything just here. Around to the side of it, we've got a methane point. I wasn't sure they'd all be compatible, but it turns out they all are. There we go. Start overloading. Watch that number top right. Oh damn! 176,869 for biomethane. Get in. So that's a nice way to end. I've got so much more. That thing's got 508,000 litres or less now of grass to chug through and turn into silage. I've got 100,000 litres sitting in the thing. Right. Next episode, we're buying another plot of land. We're going to be getting probably... I might buy one of these tankers. I'm sure this tanker's only about 79,000. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Between now and then, I might sell a bit more of my silage, so the money might be up a little bit more. You'll see. You'll see, because I'll show you where it all is and where it's all come from. Covers open, digestate in. I'm sure I've only got about 30,000 litres of this. 33,000 litres. That'll break down to 3,300 litres of fertilizer. So all is good in the world. Very, 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 very happy. Ecstatic, you might say. So I'll see you on the next one for more fun and adventures, and I just don't know where it's going to go, and I wasn't expecting that, and it's brilliant. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, if you are, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.